President Donald Trump's latest social media post has reignited his long-running and often heated feud with Representative Ilhan Omar, a progressive Democrat from Minnesota who has frequently been the target of his criticism. In his post, Trump called for a sweeping investigation into Omar's finances, alleging, without providing any supporting evidence, that she's worth over $44 million, a claim that quickly drew attention and skepticism. The post, made without substantiation, quickly went viral across multiple platforms, thrusting Omar's personal financial standing into the national spotlight and sparking intense debate online and in the media. Trump's tactic is a familiar one, using high-profile public accusations to put his political opponents on the defensive, forcing them to respond to his claims rather than focus on their own agendas. The timing of Trump's renewed attacks is notable, coinciding with ongoing civil unrest in Minneapolis and heated debates in Washington over issues of justice, race, and government accountability. By targeting Omar, Trump forces both his allies and critics to take sides, fueling a media frenzy and amplifying the controversy over the truth behind his dramatic claims, while distracting from other pressing issues. The controversy now centers on the gap between Trump's dramatic allegations and the facts available in public records, with analysts and journalists scrutinizing every detail for accuracy. As the story continues to unfold, it's become a flashpoint in the ongoing national battle over political integrity, accountability, and the power of social media to shape public perception and political discourse. Trump's claim that Omar is worth over $44 million is eye-catching, but public records tell a different story. Congressional disclosures show her household wealth has grown, mainly due to her husband's business assets, not her own. These assets are valued between $6 and $30 million, far less than Trump's figure, and not directly tied to Omar's earnings. The president's number appears exaggerated, blurring the line between household wealth and personal enrichment. No evidence links Omar's legislative actions to her husband's financial success. The narrative pushed by Trump relies on insinuation, not substantiated facts. The public is left to sort through the difference between political accusation and financial reality. Omar and her team have forcefully and unequivocally denied Trump's latest allegations, pushing back against what they describe as a pattern of misinformation and political theater. They call these accusations nothing more than recycled lies, designed to distract the public from Trump's own mounting controversies and legal troubles, which have dominated headlines in recent months. Omar frames the attack as a familiar smear campaign, emphasizing that multiple past investigations, both internal and external, have found no evidence of wrongdoing on her part, despite repeated attempts to discredit her. Rather than engage in a point-by-point debate over the specifics, Omar instead challenges Trump's overall credibility and motives, arguing that he's using her as a convenient scapegoat to energize his political base and deflect attention from his own issues. Her office has also pointed out that they've received no formal notice of any new investigation, directly contradicting Trump's public claims and raising questions about the legitimacy of his accusations. This carefully crafted response aims to shift the narrative, portraying Omar not as a corrupt official, but as the target of relentless, politically motivated attacks meant to undermine her credibility and distract from more pressing national issues. Omar's strategy is to stand firm and remain resolute, betting that the public will recognize this as yet another baseless assault from a president known for inflammatory rhetoric and divisive tactics. Ultimately, she argues, the controversy is less about substance and more about creating a spectacle, a calculated distraction from the real issues facing the country. The uproar over Omar's finances highlights a common question: how do lawmakers accumulate wealth while serving in Congress, and what rules are in place to keep them accountable? Many members of Congress arrive in Washington with assets from successful careers in law, business, or other fields. Once in office, their wealth can continue to grow through legal investments, real estate, or retirement accounts, as long as they follow strict disclosure requirements. Congressional rules require lawmakers to file regular financial disclosures, detailing not just their own assets, but also those of their spouses. This transparency is designed to reveal potential conflicts of interest and reassure the public that officials are acting ethically. Increases in household wealth, like Omar's, are not inherently suspicious if they result from a spouse's independent business success or investments unrelated to government work. The ethical line is crossed only if a lawmaker, uses their position or influence to directly benefit their family's finances, which is a serious violation and requires clear, documented evidence. Disclosure, not prohibition, is the foundation of the system. Lawmakers are expected to be open about their finances, but they are not barred from having wealth. High net worth alone isn't proof of corruption. The real test is whether public duties are compromised or decisions are made for personal gain. The public's role is to scrutinize, ask questions, and demand transparency, but not to assume guilt without facts or evidence. Trump's attack on Omar comes amid turmoil in Minneapolis, where fatal shootings by federal agents have sparked protests and national outrage. The president faces mounting pressure over his administration's handling of the crisis, with Democrats demanding accountability. By targeting Omar, Trump shifts attention from his own challenges, rallying his base and putting Democrats on the defensive. He frames the situation as law and order versus liberal dysfunction, while also fueling an ongoing House oversight investigation into Omar's finances. The controversy complicates legislative battles over government funding and immigration reform. Trump's move is a classic political diversion, turning a policy crisis into a personal scandal. The timing is strategic, aiming to weaken a vocal critic and shift the narrative. The focus on Omar's wealth underscores the need for transparency in public office, but also for fairness in accusations. Congressional disclosure rules exist to reveal conflicts of interest, not to serve as ammunition for baseless attacks. Allegations of corruption demand evidence, not just political rhetoric. So far, no proof has been presented to support Trump's claims, and previous investigations have stalled for lack of evidence. When accusations are used as political weapons, public trust in institutions erodes. True accountability requires impartial, fact-based inquiry, not partisan spectacle. The Omar controversy is a test of whether scrutiny can be separated from smear. In the end, democracy depends on both transparency and fairness in holding leaders to account.